Well, good morning. It is June 8th. This is day 32 on the trail for me. We've left Stormville, walked the half mile to get back on the trail, and we are heading north again. It was the rains that came through last night brought some cooler weather. It's currently 53 degrees out, and the high is only supposed to be 72. It's going to be a sunny day, and should be a good day for hiking. The terrain doesn't look too bad for the day. I think our plan is we're going to shoot for like 20 and a half miles. We'll see how that goes. It may not be able to get all of that, but we'll see. If we can, that puts us just 13-ish miles from Kent, Connecticut. In either case, unless we end up just doing a really short day today, which I don't think will happen. Today should be our last full day in New York. Got a couple of views coming up today, I think. And not much else. I think we go through some pastures at one point later on today. So get out of the forest for a little bit. Well, as always, if I see anything interesting, I'll grab a picture or some video. And here's what the trail looks like right now. Got a nice little view. Got some ridges in the distance. This is Nuclear Lake. I've been hiking along it for a few minutes. It's called this because there was a plutonium research facility on the shores of the lake at one point. A little bit off the trail. And got a nice view here. This is the Telephone Pioneer Shelter. Not staying here tonight, but just gonna stop by for some lunch. I'm about 11 and a half miles in. Got 8 more to go and 9 more to go. It's got a little library, and that's about it. Alright, we've got another boardwalk here. apparently called the Swamp River. Wetlands here. And it's supposed to be a nice cool. Great view. Yeah, I had read some good comments about that food truck, and it was, I don't know, not even a tenth of a mile from the trail. So I'm like, okay, I'll go ahead and try that out. It was reasonably priced. Malaysian food. I had never had Malaysian food specifically, so I said, okay. It was good. And back on the trail. Got about 4 miles left for the day. And of course, steepest climb of the day and longest climb. I think I gotta climb about 600, 700 feet, which is still a lot for me. And I'll just take it slow. We're coming up on some pastures, I think. So, have to see how that goes. I'll have to put on my pant legs. That way I don't get all the insects on me. All right, so here's what the trail looks like right now. Still in the pasture. That's a decent view. Made it. On the Wiley shelter. Well, it is about 7 o'clock and things are winding down. I've had something to eat, got my bear bag, my bear hang done, tent's all set up, everything's ready to go. Just still kind of winding down. It takes me a while to get ready for trying to sleep after such a long day. Today was my biggest day of hiking on the AT. In terms of trail miles, I did about 20.5. That's the biggest day I've ever done. And it was tough. With the recent wet weather, I'm getting some new blisters, having to deal with those. It's just one of those things you have to deal with. You have it's going to rain, and then in the morning you have all the grass. All the grasses are wet, and so you walk by them, and the water gets on your socks, gets in your shoes. There's not much you can do about it. So, trying to dry out the best I can. Of course, it looks like there's going to be rain again in the morning. What are you going to do? So, I'm going to put some Luca tape on some hot spots, and that should work. Plan for tomorrow is to get into Kent. It's about 13.5 miles, so I will be done with New York tomorrow and get into Connecticut, and I gotta get to the outfitter, figure out what's something about my poles, And there's a couple other things. If they've got something, I might switch out some things, but if not, I'm okay. And then figure out where to stay. New York and Connecticut, even really New Jersey, the shelters are minimal, and you're not supposed to camp outside of specific, designated campsites or shelters. And it's just difficult to line up the miles with the campsites. Makes for very challenging days. So we're gonna have to figure out what to do with that, as we are getting into Kent, doing minor, maybe a small resupply, and maybe backtrack. There's a shelter that's about 0.8 miles before Kent, so we might backtrack. Hate to, do those miles again, but it might be the best choice this time. Anyways, something for me to worry about. All right, so big thanks to David Rose for a generous donation to the GoFundMe. Thank you, Dave. I really appreciate it. Dave and I are on the Seminole District Eagle Board, and so what we do through that is when Life Scouts are working towards the Eagle, they have to propose a project, a service project. Really, it's a leadership project, and they have to bring it before a panel. And the Seminole District sends out 2 members to the troop, and the troop is supposed to supply a 3rd member for the panel to review the proposals and either accept them or say, not yet, here's what we think you should work on. And then also, when the scout has completed all of the requirements for Eagle Scout, a similar process, there's what's called an Eagle Board of Review. And Dave and I often sit on that Eagle Board, and we get to be the first to congratulate new Eagle Scouts in Seminole District. That's been one of the perks of my volunteering recently with Scouts, is those moments when the scout gets their proposal accepted, and you can see the relief, because that's tough. And then when the scout does a great job on their Eagle Board of Review, and we get to say congratulations. So it's been fun working with you on those, Dave. And when I get back in town, I can't wait to see you again and work on them again. But again, thank you for your generous donation. I appreciate it. All right. So as always, if you've stuck through to the end, I appreciate it. And I will see you again tomorrow on the trail.